What is up, people? This is Rich from True Budget EDC and Prepping. Use your gear or lose your gear, because if you're not using it, you might as well just lose it. So, this is a video that's inspired by Tim School of Fish. So if you get a chance, go to Tim School of Fish, check out his channel, like him and sub him, and check out all this cool stuff that he's got going on. He just did a video that he called Dumb Reach. And basically what it is, what is that knife or knives that you go to when you don't have anything else? You know, what are your go-to knives? And what would you grab if you're on your way out of your house or whatever, and you had to grab something and go with it? And I thought it was a pretty cool topic. I don't think a lot of people have done this particular topic, and it's actually pretty interesting to see what people would go to. What's your, go-to knife or go-to set of knives or go-to blade shape or go-to grind? I mean, you could really get into it, you know what I mean? Me personally, I like smaller knives. I call them, I have my own set of regulations for medium knives. I have small medium, medium, and then large mediums. And the knives I carry usually go from 6 3/4 up to 7 1/4. And I'm usually a drop point dude, full flat grind, right? But that's like getting into it. So, you guys put whatever, it is that you'd go after when you're leaving your house. Like, what's your go-to knife or knives in the comments? And, if you want to get into it, let me know what kind of grind you like. Let me know what kind of material you like, handle, what kind of steel. Like, you can go into it super deep if you wanted to. But if I had to leave my house and I, had to grab something, I have a EDC table next to my bed in my room. And on that table is a thing called a snake belly. I did a video on it a way long time ago. They sell them on Amazon. It's a little stand where you can set 5 knives in. It's got rubber grips so they don't slide all over the place. So I have 5 knives in there, and then I have another one. So I have these ones that are definitely the ones that I would grab if I had to leave. But I would have to say definitely the one I would grab probably first would be this one, which is the Hogue Deka in MagnaCut. Now, the reason that I would grab the Deka is I'm actually a fan of the crossbar lock. I never used to be, but I am now. And I like it quite a bit. Turn the light on again because it's super dark in here. That's not really helping. Turn it back off. I don't know. But I like the Deka because it's not too big. It's not too small. It's able to handle a bunch of stuff. You know what I mean? So you're not carrying around a huge knife here, but you're not worried about having a knife that's too small either. So if you had to do some bigger tasks, you could do it with the Deka. It's got a good opening locking mechanism. I like that. It is a flat grind. It's more of a high flat grind though. And again, like the crossbar lock. And I just like the versatility of it. You can do smaller tasks or larger tasks. You don't really got to worry about it, and you're not carrying around a giant knife in your pocket. So, not talking about fixed blades, just pocket knives. So that is the one I'd probably grab first if I had to grab a knife and take off. And that is the Hogue Deka in MagnaCut, and that is a high flat grind. The second one would probably be a Spyderco Para 3. Lightweight. I like this knife, man. Full flat grind, super stabby, pokey. Lightweight. I like the FRN Spyderco does. It's got good ergonomics. It's got this 50-50, so you can put your hand there because there is a ricasso, so you're not having your finger up against the blade. It's got a good thumb ramp right there with some jimping, so you can get into stuff. I just really like the flat grind, and I like the crossbar lock. It's fidgety. I like that's why I like the that's the crossbar lock. This is the compression lock. It's fidgety and stuff, and it's easy to open, easy to close, so you're not messing with it for too long. But I definitely like this. I like this steel. This is Carpenter CTS BD1N, similar to VG10, which is actually my favorite style. I love VG10. This is better than VG10, though. It has better edge retention, slightly better steel, but still easy to sharpen. So I definitely like this knife a lot. This is my second pick, which would be the Spyderco Para 3 lightweight. So my third one will probably be the Delica, right? The Delica's, I like this knife. This knife is in VG10, made in Japan. This is a saber grind, but it is a flat saber grind. And I put a titanium pocket clip on the back here, deep carry. This is just really ergonomic. It's got some pretty aggressive, whatever they call that. What do they call it? Bidirectional. bi-directional texture on it, so it's really in your hand really well with that thumb ramp and the jimping. And it just to me, this knife just feels like if you got to do some job really heavy duty, you can do it with the Delica. You ain't got to worry about it. Like it's really ergonomic. It really push through stuff with it. It's just a good worker. And it's got the lock back, so you don't have to worry about it accidentally disengaging or something on you if you're really getting into something. It's just really overall a good knife, and it's in a good steel, and it's got a good grind, and I like that. That would be, one of the ones I would definitely grab, and that is the Spyderco Delica. Now, another Spyderco. So I have 3 Spydercos in this. This is the Urban. This is a Bowler N690. Another full flat grind. Love that. This is a small slip joint. I love slip joints, so I had to throw one of those in. These are all sitting on my EDC table, by the way. And I use this all the time, actually. It's just, I don't know, man. I like this knife. It's really very... it has a lot of utility. Like you open packages with it, you cut your food with it, you do it, and it's small, right? And it's got the wire pocket clip. I love that. In and out of your pocket really well. And this is just overall a really good small knife. I like it a lot. And it takes up no space. And if you pull it out, you're not going to scare the crap out of somebody. It's just a small, very utilitarian knife with a full flat grind, and it's just really good. It cuts through everything that I need it to. So I definitely would take that one. That is on my table. And then this is also on my EDC table. This is the Giant Mouse Ace Nimbus V2. I put this down bottom because I can't really work the opening mechanism that well. I suck at thumb holes, but I like this knife. And it's made by Vox. It's Maniago. It's, Giant Mouse. It's a full flat grind drop point. Elmax, good steel. I like it. It's good. It's a good knife. I put it down here because it's not as fidgety, and that's operator error. Believe me, it's not because of the knife. That's just me. And it's got the jimping up here for your index finger, so if you had to cut something, this is a really good knife. I like it a lot, actually. And it also has my favorite wire pocket clip on the back, which I love. So that's another one that's on my table that I would definitely grab. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we got 5 knives that are on my table in my snake belly stand. And I would probably grab in that order. And yeah, that's what I would do. And then I have an honorable mention. It's a knife, well, a couple actually. Yeah, as you can see, there's also a pattern here. I mean, that's a drop point. That's a drop point. These aren't, but I like drop points. And here's my honorable mention, which is a James Brand Carter. This is an awesome, sick drop point, and it is also in VG10. Smaller knife, 6 3/4. I like this knife. I carried this knife for like 2 or 3 months. So it's not on my table because of that fact. I had to put it away or I'll never stop carrying it. Like, seriously, I love this blade. Love the shape, love the plunge line. Very minimal. James Brand is good at doing the minimalist design with the pop of color and the muted colors. It is a full flat grind. It's sick. This is really, really nice knife, and I like it a lot. A little bit pricey for the materials, but it's put together really well. And the James Brand is more of a design company than they are a knife company. It also has crossbar lock, which again I like that. Super fidgety, works really well. It will drop. I really haven't done anything to this. Yeah, I carried this for a really long time, so I did put it away. So it is on my table now. I put it back on there, but it's not in the stand. It's like kind of just sitting on my table. So that is another one that I would definitely go to. And last but not least are 2 knives, not necessarily this knife, but an SAK of some style I would definitely go to if I could. This just happens to be the Tinker that I'm carrying right now. This is not the Super Tinker, just a regular Tinker. But I would definitely grab for some kind of SAK. Now, by far, out of all these knives that I carry this the most. This is the SD, and that seems ridiculous, right? But I would always, above all of these, and I did say that was the first one, I would take this with me wherever I went. And that seems unusual. But this is probably the most utilitarian item that I have. It's a multi-tool. It does have a knife on it, but I wouldn't necessarily, use it as a knife if I had something else on me. But if I didn't have anything, I mean, it does work. I have used it on, things before. I work in a school, can't carry knives. They don't give me any shit about this. So this comes with me all the time. And even when I'm not at school, I find a way to put this somewhere. It's either in my wallet or like I'm carrying this little Viperade. It's in there. I carry it with SAKs that don't have scissors, so it kind of takes, the place of that. So now I got scissors. But overall, it's super useful. Really handy. You still get the scale tools. You got the file, you got the screwdriver, you got the knives, you got the scissors, and it's like $20. I almost just bought another one actually, like a black one, but I don't need more than one. I mean, if I lost it, then I would definitely get another one. I mean, I even got one for my wife. She loves it too. But overall, out of all of these knives, this thing goes with me everywhere, and I always am like, where's my SD? Like always. Like serious, just always breaking nails and doing stupid stuff. So yeah, I don't carry a lot of perfumery. Tim had mentioned that he was into perfumery, and I was like, I love that word. I'm never going to stop using it. Now I'm going to try to figure out how to fit that into every conversation at least once. So if you have any EDC perfumery, definitely put that in here too. And those are my go-to dumb reach knives. Like I said, all 5 of these and this one now. These are all my EDC stand on my EDC table. This is just sitting on I have a Hank down, and this is sitting on the EDC Hank. And then this is in one of my, this isn't my case actually, this one. But I have the 5 most carried, my 5 most carried slip joints, SAKs, and the Malga 6 in a Valet on top of my dresser, so I can just slide the drawer open and get one of those if I need to. So I have like quite a few dumb reaches, but I'm just grouping all of the SAKs together. And I separated this one because I literally take that everywhere I go. So what do you guys got? What's your dumb reach? What is your go-to knife when you have to leave your house? If you had to grab one knife, what would you grab? I honestly would grab this. I honestly really would. Because of its utility. That sounds crazy, but seriously, I really would. And I know I said the Deca on Tim's video. And I mean, if I had to grab one of these knives, I would definitely take that. But if I had nothing else and I had to take something, I would take this because of the utility, which seems weird because it's just a little tiny thing and you wouldn't think it's that useful. But it is. I actually issued a challenge to carry this for 1 week and this alone, and my buddy A at EDCQ did, and she realized how actually useful it really is. And because that's all I carry. Well, I have trauma shears too at school, but that's the only knife type of item that I have with me. So definitely let me know what you guys would go to. Again, go check out Tim's School of Fish. Sub him up. Like his videos, watch his videos, do what you got to do. Ask him about perfumery. He loves talking about perfumery. You guys have a great, great day.